Hello guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about how to find a good rental property. As you may know, right now finding a good deal is kind of hard because the house prices are really high. So you have to be very careful on the type of property that you buy and make sure you analyze the numbers really good before making a buying decision. I will give you a bad example and a good example. And of course I am going to use Miami because that's the area I know best. So each area is a little bit different, so you have to do your own research. All right, well, with that being said, let's begin. Alright guys, so I am going to show you how to analyze a rental investment to see if it is good or bad. So right now this is, as you can see, Miami area, and we are gonna look into this area here, which is Brickell, one of the most expensive areas in Miami, with many buildings and luxury condos. So let's see if it is a good time to buy a condo here for a rental investment. I will say, let's see, yeah, this one seems alright. Let's pick this one. Okay, as you can see, this is a new building, and let's just say we want to buy a 2-bedroom 2-bath. The cheapest one is this one, so let's analyze the numbers. As you can see, it is in good condition, nice appliances, so the bathroom looks good, nice view, and it has some good amenities too, nice pool, gym, so it's a nice building. Okay, so I don't think there is gonna be any major repairs anytime soon. And let's analyze the numbers. As you can see, this building was built on 2014, so it is pretty much new. The HOA is $680 per month, and you only get one parking space. So Zillow estimates this condo at $300,798. And as you can see in the history here, this condo used to be at some point in 2016 about $413,000. So that means the value has gone down significantly, and it may be a good investment opportunity, but let's check the numbers. Alright, so the monthly costs. You know, this is just an estimate, but we gotta get more specific. As you can see, they are asking $320, but Zillow estimates this to be at $300. So let's just say I get it for $305 and I, get a good deal. Then usually, if you put 20% down to not pay PMI insurance, this is the amount you will have to pay out of pocket. However, you also have to include closing costs, so that's another 3% average. So in total, to get this condo, I will have to pay $70,150. So this number is very important for the next calculations. But for the monthly cost, this is just going to be calculated as 20%. Alright, so yeah, that's a good interest rate because I have good credit score, so I think this is gonna be my interest rate or even better than this, but let's just keep it at that. Then of course, since we're putting 20% down, we don't pay mortgage insurance, so that's zero. Property taxes, so this is the average, but usually these buildings pay more. So let's see what's the yearly payment. See, $4,930. So let's do the calculations to get close to that number. That's 47 4930, so maybe 6. Close enough. Yeah, that's close enough. Alright, so more or less you will be paying about $410 a month for property taxes. Home insurance. I know in these buildings they are not that expensive, so for this one I believe it's gonna be about $750 per year. Then HOA fees, that's already included, that's the monthly amount. And so with that being said, the monthly payment including everything is gonna be $2,194. Then Zillow estimates that this can be rented for $2,200. So that means that you will only be making $6 every month as a cash flow after paying for everything. That doesn't sound good, right? So let's do the numbers and calculate how much will the cash on cash return be. So if you only make $6 per month, that means that in a year you're going to be making only $72. So $72 divided by the amount that you invested, which is $70,150 times 100, that means you will only be getting a return of 0.1%. I know that is not a good return. However, don't forget that you may also want to take in consideration that, you know, every month you will be paying about, or the renter will be paying about $300 to the original loan, and on top of that you also get equity, because as you can see in the graph here, the price used to be at some point at $413,000, and it has been gone down significantly, but as you can see, Zillow expects by March 2021 that prices will start going up again. So it is a risky investment. Will I buy it for a rental opportunity based on that 0.1% return? No, because my rule is you have to get at least 10% cash on cash return. Alright, so as you can see, this will be a bad option for a rental investment opportunity, because the cash on cash return is really low, so more than likely the cap rate is also gonna be very bad. Alright, so now let's go and let me show you a good example of what a good rental investment opportunity is. Alright guys, so that was the condo example, which as you can see was not a good example. Now let's look more to the west of Miami, and let's try to find a townhouse or a home, a single family home. So this is Kendall Lakes. This is a decent area west of Miami, and as you can see here, something I noticed is that most houses here are like 290, 290, 300, 300, and then suddenly you see this one here for 215, so that gets my attention. So let's check this one out. Oh, even better, they have a price cut $10,000 recently, so that's also a good sign. That means the seller is motivated to sell the house. And as you can see, it's a decent house. It might just need some like better appliances, you know, like stainless steel, some painting, but overall the house looks to be in good condition. And let's do the numbers now. So this house was built in 1988, so that's that's alright, it's not at all. And then the estimate is 211 based on Zillow. So let's do the monthly costs. Let's say I get this house for 210 and I put 20% down. I have good credit, so my interest rate is gonna be really low. No mortgage interest because I already put 20%. Property taxes, wow, they are very low compared to the condo, remember? So this is only 936 bucks property tax. So let's do the math. It's even lower than that. $936. That's close enough. Okay. Now home insurance. That sounds about right. This is not like a big house, so 900 per year is reasonable. And they also have HOA fees. So when you add all the numbers, we get a monthly payment of $1,077. So as you can see here, the monthly payment is not bad. And let's see how much is the rental estimate. Ooh, $1,700. I like that because I can already tell that I am gonna have a positive cash flow. So let's do the numbers. Let's calculate the cash flow. Alright guys, so now we are going to calculate the cash on cash return. Very important, right? So in order to calculate the cash on cash return, what we have to do is pretty much get the cash flow first. So to get the cash flow, you pretty much subtract the monthly rent minus the expenses. So as you can see here, after including all the expenses, we are going to be paying $1,077 a month. So if we rent this property for $1,700 as Zillow recommended, we are going to get a $623 profit every month, which that's going to be considered as the cash flow. Alright, so if you multiply the 623 times 12 for the year, you're going to get a 7,476 profit on the year. Alright, now the next step is to divide the year profit by the amount of money that you invested. So as I told you, when you take in consideration the 3% closing costs, that's gonna come to a total of $48,300, right? So if you divide 7,476 by 48,300, you're going to get 0.15, and then you multiply that by 100, and you will get a 15% cash on cash return, which that's really good and meets my requirement of 10% or above cash on cash return. Alright, so next we're going to calculate the cap rate. So in order to get the cap rate, you have to add all the operating costs. What are the operating costs? Taxes, insurance, HOA fees, property management, vacancy rate, repairs, and anything that involves, you know, operating the property. So I already did the math, and you know, when you add, these are monthly payments, so you have to add all of this and get the year amount. So also on this we have to add the vacancy rate and the repairs. So to get the vacancy rate, you have to pretty much subtract the number of days that the property is going to be vacant by 365 days, which is, you know, all the days in the year. Usually I only take about 14 days or less to get my properties rented. So if you divide 14 by 365, you get a 4.1% vacancy rate. Okay, now if you want to get the amount, then you pretty much divide or do the calculation. If you are renting it for 1,700, 14 days is about half a month, so 1,700 divided by 2 is 850, and pretty much you divide that by 12 because there are 12 months, and you will be paying about 70.83 per month for the vacancy rate. So that's also added on the operating costs. Then you also have to add repairs, since this house, as you can see, is in good condition. I don't think there is gonna be like major repairs, but I will just add a 2% repair rate on this house. So if you do the math, to get the repairs, you pretty much have to multiply the value of the house, which as Angelo stated is 211,000, times 0.02, which is 2% of that. You're gonna get 4,220. Then to get the monthly cost, you divide that by 12, and it's gonna come to $351.6 per month, which I think is very reasonable to save for possible repairs. So when you add all that, in total you will get, you know, the 78 for taxes, 75 for insurance, 210 for HOA, 70.83 for vacancy rates, and 351.6 for repairs. You get a total of 785.43. So to get the yearly amount, you multiply that by 12, and you get a total of 9,425.16. So now that you have the operating expenses, you know, need to calculate the net operating income. So in order to get the NOI, you have to subtract the total yearly income, which is 20,400, because we are renting the house for 1,700. So 1,700 times 12 is 20,400. And then you subtract the operating expenses, which are 9,425.16. So that's a total of 10,974.84 for NOI. Then to get the cap rate, you divide that NOI by the current value, so 10,974.84 divided by 211,000, which is the current value of the property. It's going to give you a total of 0.052, which when you multiply by 100 to get the percentage, you get a 5.2% cap rate, which is really good. Usually cap rates from 4 to 10% are really good. And remember, the higher the cap rate, the more risky the investment. Alright? Oh well, so with that being said, guys, this property is for sure a really good example of what I look for on a rental investment. Who knows, maybe I will even buy this house and rent it sometime soon. And guys, as always, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next video, and also click on the bell over here. That way you can, you know, get notifications when I post a new video. Alright? Well, thank you for watching and hope you have a wonderful day.